What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a new video. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're having a fantastic day whenever you're watching this, guys. Listen, I just want to say thanks for all the support, guys. All the likes, comments, and shares on everything. You guys have been killing it. I appreciate all the support immensely. But let's just jump straight into this video, guys. I want to talk today about where do you guys think, where should we draw the line in comedy or in jokes and things like that? Because I've been online, like, obviously for a long time now, and I've been seeing, like, recently specifically is like the whole like Charlie Kirk jokes and stuff that's going on around like that, or is like memification where they're making him into like a picture. They put his face basically on other pictures and stuff like that. And like people are in the comment section like that making jokes and making jokes about this and that and everything like that. And I feel like that those jokes are like a little bit distasteful in my opinion. You know, especially because of like his death and everything surrounding around that. But besides that, I'm just talking about like the joke side of everything specifically. Because even discarding that, you know, jokes in general, a lot of different jokes have been made, like dark humor jokes, you know, especially like maybe it's around World War or about like the Nagasaki bombing, or like racial jokes or sexual jokes or sexist jokes, you know, different things like that. And I just want to know where you guys stand on it, because I feel like it comes down mainly to the person and personal tolerances and what they are willing to accept as funny and what they don't think is funny, you know. I feel like everybody has that, but I also feel like there's a general consensus, you know, where everybody will say maybe like, oh, you know, that was too far, you're going kind of crazy. And I think that that is the question that I'm posing, because I was thinking about it like a while back and I wanted to make a video on it and basically hear your guys' thoughts about it, because I'm always open to hearing other people's opinions. I have my own opinion, of course, of what I think about it. And I think about it in a way, like I said, that I think it comes down to the person specifically, you know, what they think funny. You might make a joke, for example, let's say. You've got certain jokes that you make with your friend group, right? And you guys find yourselves funny, you guys find each other funny, things like that. But let's say you go make that joke with a stranger. You know, maybe it's like a kind of wild joke or whatever. Obviously, there's levels to this comedy, you know what I'm saying? But let's just say you're gonna make a crazy joke to like a stranger who doesn't know you necessarily. He might find it like the joke offensive. Maybe it's a joke about women. Maybe it's a joke about like men or like homosexuality or certain things like that. Maybe it's a joke like that. And then he might find it like offensive or distasteful or like, that wasn't really funny. You're kind of just being rude, you know, but you will find it funny with your friends. And then you think to yourself like, oh, is the joke bad, or is the person like, you know, whatever. I think it comes down to the person, and that's where you got to know about your circle and about like where to make what kind of jokes. And I feel like certain jokes, like especially on the internet, people are crazy on the internet. They all shots fired, you know. Even on Twitter, you can go check there. On Instagram, like some of the comments on Instagram, I made a video on that before actually. I think during I think it was the Olympics with the Australian dancer. She like was busy dancing, and it was breakdancing. It was a breakdancing video, and they were just like making memes about her and joking and laughing about it and stuff like that. And I feel like, you see, in that kind of manner, the memes and the jokes are there as the internet, like, haha, it's a funny internet thing. But behind the internet, you know, life goes on. This person has to maybe like use the internet or log on every day, or scroll on the internet and whatever, and find themselves being made fun of on the internet. And that's not cool. Like, I feel like if it hinders, or if it gets to that personal level, you know, not hinders, sorry. If it gets to that personal level, I was starting to affect someone and how they feel about, you know, themselves or whatever, then it could be like, you should probably like lay it off, you know. Especially like if you make jokes about a person's appearance, like, oh my word, that guy looks like Jim Carrey, or this guy looks like he just jumped out of the 80s Batman show. Stuff like that, you know. Like, you might, if it depends on the relationship, you will find it funny because it's accurate. Maybe the costume that the person wore in the 80s Batman is accurate to what this guy's wearing, or things like that. But maybe the person might not find it funny because this is like their favorite clothing, and this is what they put on today, and it's their favorite outfit. And now you're kind of making fun of it, even though it's a joke, you know? And people always use that phrase like, oh, it's just a joke, you know? Chill out, bro, whatever. That, I mean, that doesn't really cover any basis, because if the person feels like offended by the joke, you gotta like not make the joke, I guess, you know? I guess that's just the way it is. But I think for me personally, you know, it comes down to the relationship you have, or whoever you're making a joke with. And also, if you're going to a comedy, like theater, if you're going to like a, what do you call it? Like, what do you call it? Stand-up comedy. Yeah. If you go to a stand-up comedy night, you can expect jokes. And I've been to one, I think once, I think it was like last year, April, or May, or June or something. And they had some wild jokes that were letting fly, you know? Things that are making like people feel uncomfortable. You just hear like oohs and ahs. You don't hear ha-has. that type of jokes. And I feel like, if a person finds it funny, it's humor, I think a lot of things are dealt with through humor and everything like that. But I think we just got to be more open to other people's opinions on it. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Is that we got to be like, okay, if this person doesn't find it funny, if they find it offensive, that's cool. I mean, that's their thing. But when you're with your friends and you want to go crazy, you want to say whatever, and it's up to you. No one's judging you. No one's doing that type of thing. But I mean, when you're on the internet, there's also certain like etiquette, I guess. But I mean, apparently not, because like people are just going crazy on the internet. But let me know what you guys think, man. I think it's a very interesting topic to talk about. So let me know in the comment section below what your guys' thoughts on. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. Also, before I go, enjoy your weekend. It is Friday. So enjoy your Saturday and Sunday, whatever you guys got planned. Make sure you guys have fun. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next week, in the next video. Thank you so much again, once again. Thank you always. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.